honeycomb kind of texture here on the top. Look how that opens up. That's mad. Isn't that just crazy beautiful? So you brake, buttons here, you see that? And then I always have them as close as possible. And just look.
And that $100,000 SUV happens to be a 2017 Lexus LX 570. It has futuristic tail lamps that have a dot pattern to give it a sense of depth. Can you see those little bitty dots right there? LEDs last a lot longer than a conventional bulb. And then there's this. Cool box. It's actually very cold in there. and there's a little wind that's blowing. So it will keep things in, and that's right there. At lower speeds, it's going to tighten the circle by adding brake force to the inside rear wheels, giving you a tighter turning circle like if you're off-road. The steering wheel takes Lexus 67 steps in 38 days to make. That is real wood made perfect to match the wood on the dash. And the steering wheel wood has to align with the wood on the dash in order to be approved by Lexus for final delivery. It has a panoramic view system. There's a camera there, under that mirror, camera on the very front under the Lexus emblem, camera under that mirror with bird poo, and a camera in the back. And the thing that I learned today is that the camera in the front can actually show you what's under the front of the vehicle in the event that you're driving in certain conditions that are rocky and nasty. And so what you're seeing right now is a composite of all the cameras combined. But the coolest trick of all is when you engage it in 4 low, and you'll go to neutral, press this down, and then down again. And now take a look at what it looks like. This shows your incline. It can actually show you what tires are slipping. And if we did have tire slippage right now, that would transition into a little monitor that would show us which tires are slipping. Tilt meter will display the inclination relative to the front, rear, left, and right. And now I'm gonna move forward. And you see it's showing me the tilt. Look at that. Left and right. You see how that's highlighted now? I'm gonna press that, and look at that. So now what just happened is the camera in the front transitioned to look further down to show me a view of what it looks like under the vehicle, directly under. Isn't that crazy? Active height control can raise the LX by 3 inches to accommodate rough road conditions. You can cut it off right there. You can also raise and lower the vehicle manually with this switch. And I want to show you what it looks like when you drop it into its lowest position from highest. This is so cool. Check this out. It's got a full color heads-up display that will display audio, speed, gear position, RPM, and economy. And it's also height adjustable. You can see I'm moving it up and down. And right now what you can see is the speed limit, and a little bit faint, but that's the compass. I've got the radio on so you can see right there. See where it says volume? That's your full color heads-up display. You can see there it says radar cruise active, pay attention. That's going to be your little blocks that keep you at a distance from the vehicle in front of you. It will actually bring you to a complete stop, hence the name All Speed Dynamic Radar Cruise Control. Check it out. It's showing me driving from an overhead view. Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen? And then here's the back. Then you can change the back. Wide view. Would parking a $100,000 SUV in a really tight spot make you nervous? That's a $70,000 SUV there, but with so much help from all these cameras, it should be no problem to pull this thing right into that little parking space right on time. And you know what's the crazy thing about it? Is that even though I have all these cameras, I'm still using my rear view mirrors. Because the cameras are great, but rear view mirrors are still what I rely on. So we're right there in the spot. Perfect.